Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you were able to catch a look at how some of the images we create during these shoots are used. Now, in this video, I've got a quick tip on how I use my time on the road between shoot days, and we'll jump to the set for a lighting walk around, as well as some BTS footage of the shoot taking place. I'll also give you a glimpse to how I sometimes try to grab a couple different looks during a setup without moving lights, because time is limited. This was actually my second year working with the Hurricanes, and these players are always a lot of fun to work with. All right, let's roll that intro. So first of all, I apologize for the lighting, but I'm obviously in a hotel room, and I'm actually up in Raleigh, North Carolina for a 2-day shoot. And I'm right in between. We had today's session, so I'm in between shoot days. We'll have another session tomorrow. And so what I thought I would do is just make a quick video to show what I do when I have time between my shoot days. And that's go through the images from the first day's shoot. So I'm going through stuff that we shot today, just to look it over, make sure everything was working correctly, and see possibly where I can improve on some things, maybe throw a wrinkle or two in some shots for tomorrow. But it's just, I just thought it was important to share my process, and just to let everyone know that I think it's always important to see where you can improve on your work and deliver the best possible product for your clients. So let's jump to this video that I recorded from the set, and it'll show the lighting setup where we took all these images for the Hurricanes for this coming season. It happened to be at their new practice facility, and we used one of the locker rooms to conduct the photo shoot in. So we weren't on the ice or anything fun like that, but we were right off the ice in a locker room, and the dimensions of the locker room made things a little different than usual. I didn't have all the space that would normally have, so I had to make some modifications to the lighting setup. So let's just hop in here and take a look. All right, so you can see the door here, nice red door. Matches the team colors. And when you walk in, I basically, let's see, we'll rotate around and I can kind of show you the room first. So you can see the setup here. The ceiling height was a little too low for me to bring in an overhead. So we scratched that for this shoot. And let me see, and I go back, you can see, kind of get a full, let me just go back here. So you can watch this come across, get a full glimpse into the setup here. And this is my fill light right here. And I used a medium Westcott, I think it's around a 40-inch umbrella, I believe, for this one. A lot of times you'll see me use the larger umbrellas, but we were limited in space. This was right next to the door, if you remember. And I didn't really have enough room for the large umbrella. So what I did is I used the smaller umbrella, and I set it off kind of behind me, well, not behind me, but off to the right-hand side of me. And countering that is my main light, which is boomed on my boom here, the beauty dish, collapsible beauty dish, so you can kind of see it here. So that is going to be camera left, and so my fill is a little bit camera right. So I'm kind of using this on the left-hand side and then the fill over here. So I'm getting kind of a balance between those two lights on the front of my subject. So there's the boom arm again. And so now on the left-hand side, I'm using, on this shoot, I used a smaller strip box. It's a little bit wider than what you'll see on the right-hand side, but it's a smaller strip box. So it's just a matter of mixing up modifiers somewhat to get what we needed on this shoot. And this is
with the space we had, this is what I thought would work best, and it did a great job for us. So it's just a smaller strip. And then on this side, I've got the 1x6 Profoto that's gridded out, and that grid will kind of help keep that light more focused. This will be more of a wider, broader light. And then we're working something more focused on this side. So you can kind of see that there. And then back here is the first of two of my quote unquote stadium lights. This is a little bit lower than, or it's a lot lower than where it would be during the shoot. And you'll see kind of in the behind the scenes, I'll show some clips in a little bit. And so that's, more in the neighborhood of where it would be. I just kind of pan that camera up to show. We use black backdrop in here instead of the locker room wall. And then there's the other reflector Profoto light. Now to treat the backdrop, I've got another light here with a gel. It's a red gel and it matches the team colors. We were shooting we're photographing the guys in their white uniforms for the most part, and they have red accents. And so this red light on the black backdrop really did a good number for us. So that's the view as if you were a player on the set, kind of looking back toward where I would be, kind of right almost where my bag is there. And then here's a couple of shots from the shoot. And you'll see I just kind of cycle through some of these. You can kind of see what those lights are doing for us. And some of the kind of action sequences with our goalie here that we used on this part of the shoot. So let's jump over to bridge real quick. And I want to show you a tip or a technique that I do or employ on photo shoots to get more than one look out of one lighting setup. So what I do, as you can kind of see here, this is my standard kind of setup for this shoot where we have all the lights firing. Got the nice red backdrop going, the strip here, the two stadium lights in the back. Got the boomed beauty dish here, and then my fill light kind of coming from this direction here. And then on this side, what I've done is with the camera remote, I've turned off all the lights, and I'll show a quick little video clip of how this works. And then I'll get up and I'll turn on the boom light again, and I'll turn on for this shoot, I'll turn on the strip box and then the red gel back behind our player here. And you can see cutting all the rest of the lights and then turning on those select lights, we get a completely different looking image as far as lighting is concerned. So we go from this for the main shoot, and toward the end of this session with our goalie, we switched it up and grabbed a couple of shots that were just going to be a little more dramatic for some of the files or for some of the marketing pieces that they want to use for this year. So we did this with some of the star players when we had the time to do it. But it's just a technique that I like to do. Gives you different looks from a certain type of lighting setup, and it's quick and easy. And so it gives your clients more options at the end of the day. So now let's jump in and we'll take a look at this lighting setup in use. Once again, we're playing music, so I can't play the audio, unfortunately. But you can see here, kind of keeping it. Same thing I did like on the softball shoot. I go over here and adjust this light, talk to the player some, kind of break the ice, set him at ease. He's a pro athlete, but all athletes, we're all people at the end of the day. And so now we're kind of she's getting the uniform straightened out. You can see here, you can see the quote unquote stadium lights. I've got them in position here. And we start doing kind of your standard, straight ahead, and we'll angle, here and here and kind of get all that fun stuff done. And right here, we're kind of moving to, a little more of a game stance, some kind of action stances. So this is kind of more like a pre-face off, really cool stuff here. Once again, I can't, I'm showing this video and I can't really show too many of the files. You'll see them if you go to their social media feeds and stuff like that. I just, out of respect for my clients, I can't dump everything out on YouTube for my own purposes. And they hire me to come in and do this stuff. So if y'all just kind of, bear with me on that and maybe go back to the beginning of the video and you might see some of the stuff, because we do most of the kind of same type thing with each of the players. And so here, we kind of work in the back of the jersey. I'll have them kind of turn a little bit so we can catch part of their face as well as the back of the jersey. So, and we'll do this. We're obviously doing this a couple of different times. Keeping things light and fun. The end of the goal for me at the end of the day is for these guys to have a good time, my clients to enjoy the atmosphere we create for them, and obviously they're there as well. They're on the other side of me over here, and I want to have a good time. Conducting this at the same time as everyone else. So I think that's just one of the most important things, is just keep things loose and everyone's having a good time. And you kind of see that here. All right, so I hope this little look helped. Maybe some of y'all, just giving you a glimpse behind the curtain, behind the scenes of what goes on during one of these types of photo shoots. If you found this video worthy, please give it that thumbs up as usual. Oh, before I get too far, with the Patreon I mentioned in the last video, I guess it was last week, really want to thank everyone that came and are supporting me through that Patreon page. But more so, I've had today I had the second one-on-one mentoring session, and it was a blast. Both of them have been just incredible. I've got 2 more spots for those, and we got about 2 weeks left in the month here. So if you're interested, want to hop on there and we can do a one-on-one mentoring through Zoom call, and where I can look at your work and we can kind of talk back and forth about some stuff. But I've done 2 of these. I got another one scheduled for next week, and I've just had a blast. So anyway, thanks again, guys, for doing that. I'm not going to push that too much on this channel, but just want to throw that out there. It is there. I'll leave a link down below. And speaking of links down below, there's that subscribe button. If you haven't already subscribed and would like to see more content like this, also hit the little bell next to it so YouTube will let you know when I'm here. You can also find me on social media at quantzphoto on Instagram and Twitter. Please be safe and healthy out there. And I hope to be here again in the next one.